Well, hello everybody, I'm finally back. I had to reinstall a lot of things. Somehow my video card drivers were gone. My characters were invisible. And so look, I reinstalled Everquest. That didn't fix it. Finally figured out it was my video card, so geez, I have to like fix all the windows. Hello? Nice, we got some buffs, so let's start fixing the windows. I need several new windows. New chat window ×2. And so all these things are changed around a bit. Look how small these chat windows are. Man, I really appreciate it. Let's do the bow. Can't even type bow. Alright, let's set this for an hour. I'm going to play for at least an hour. Alright, so 1 second. Well, I don't have time to fix that because I need to kill things. Do I have any way to see better? I have a torch. So it's really dark. I can barely see where I'm going. Hope you guys can see. But I need to kill things. Pronto. It looks like the other noob is killing everything. Save some for me. Man, I've been working. I worked 7 days straight. I haven't uploaded a video in 6 days. I haven't played Everquest in a week. It's been nuts. Everything is dead here. Let's go to the... He's gonna kill everything in the next zone. So what I'll do... well, let's just kill some random stuff here. So I don't have double attack. And I need to get double attack. So, I also didn't expect the game to fire up. So I kind of just jumped into things without planning out my adventure for this episode. Alright, so we know that I have to keep my weight down. I plan on crafting everything. Oh, am I going to try this? So I've got the mace in my hand now. Let's get this out of our hands. Destroy the... Why can I not destroy this? Can't destroy the bat. Oh, it's got those little things saying, are you sure you want to do that? Yes, we're sure. Okay. So, I guess I wasn't planning on... This is supposed to be solo self-found, and I realized I just accepted some buffs here. But it's okay. So I need to talk about the future project. People gave me a lot of great ideas. There's Paladin, which sounded pretty cool, actually. Someone suggested Wizard. Actually sounds pretty cool. I did terrible at Wizard. But maybe I can do better. Someone suggested reviving Turbo, my Ogre Warrior. That would be interesting and fun to do. I love playing my Warrior. I'm sorry, I said Warrior and Ogre together. Ogre. So I love playing him, and I was using a fungi tunic, and it was speeding things along so much. Hey, look at that. And so this character is going to be making their own armor. However, I jumped on this without a solid plan on how I even wanted to do this character. So it's questionable whether this is a permanent project, but it's a continuation of the Kikapoo project, which is permadeath. I've been having a lot of fun, and that's really my end goal, is just to have a lot of fun, not necessarily reach level 60. I've never reached level 60 on any character, and I've played many thousands of hours of this game. Where are we at with levels? We are about to be level 3. and it's daytime. Perfect. So I'm going to be not getting overweight on this character. That was a huge thing. I hated playing monk because I was getting overweight. However, in this playthrough, since it's permadeath, I don't have to focus on trying to build up platinum in my bank. And so I don't have to pick up loot. I've just had 7 days of work, finally off, and that was the most brutal work schedule I think I've done. Lots of stuff happened. I'm trying not to talk about it too much. I'm trying just to play Everquest, and this game provides a great escape. It's all about escape. Goodness, you just want to go down? Or, well, it is a red con to me. So obviously there's a lot of noobs getting power leveled out here. There was nothing to fight in the newbie zone, not even like snakes and bats. Someone cleared every single thing out there. And so when I do gain this level though, we're going to go back and train into dual wielding, because I have not used dual wielding. Even though you start out with it at level 1, I feel like you have to train a point into it. Could be wrong, but I've not gotten one message saying dual wielding has gone up. I could check on the website and see kind of like the level limits. There we go. All right, so let's get back into town. We see Kurt and Qeynos. Man, it feels good to be back on Everquest. Okay, so I just lost the thorns that have chloroplast. So let's just fight a couple beetles on the way to the gates. Hand to hand. We really need to raise dual wielding. That's your bread and butter for a monk. That's the great thing about being a monk, is you get it at level 1 as opposed to like a warrior who gets it way later. And so on a lot of these permadeath playthroughs, I never get to the point where I get some of the class unique stuff. For instance, a Shadow Knight and a Ranger don't get their spells until level 9. Same with Paladin. And if you're playing permadeath, sometimes you don't even make it that far, so it's like you're really just playing a gimped warrior. I can't tell you guys how much I wanted to play Everquest. I came home from work twice and I tried to log in and my characters were invisible, and I was like, I even logged in to start playing anyways. But the game was too dark anyways. It was like you couldn't see. So I was like, this ain't gonna work out. All right, I love this Spirit of Wolf though. Now we have to go to the monk trainer, put 1 point into dual wielding. And let's go ahead and take a look. I know at level 5 you get roundhouse kick, which is cool. Here's our skill window. Sell this. Our AC is at 56. When we sell this, it goes up to 59. Get rid of the dagger, get rid of the bone. We don't need it. Nothing's in that bag. See, I'm still at 5 stone weight. Now, trainer. So we need to kill null pup so I can get a null pup scalps. See, dodge is awful. See how it hasn't gone up at all? Put 1 point into it. See if that kick starts things. Dual wield, it's at 0. It's just awful. Have it, it's active, but you have to like put a point in there to kickstart it, I feel. Mend, we're going to put points into mend. Yeah, that's good. So I'm going to put 1 more point into mend. I'm going to leave 1 point left just in case there's some skill that I have to, you know, kickstart. Now let's see. Now that we have dual wield and dodge trained up with a point put in, will they start increasing? Should. Alright, so we're going to kill Clicknick workers. Slowly going to start arranging my windows and have them kind of the way I like them. So I like to have these over here. Yeah. You know, the resolution's all different too. So focus on null pups. Let's go ahead and put our filters, our skills go in here, and our experience messages. That's the way I like to do it. Slowly working up my UI the way I like it. Let's go ahead and put all melee into this window here. There we go. Now, all of our skills will go in this window so they don't disappear so quickly. Oh no, I'm getting jumped. Good thing I have this chloroplast. Defense has gone up and kick's gone up. So far, dual wield has not gone up yet. As long as you keep your offhand open without a torch, it should start working. AC at 61. And so, to start raising our skills, hey, there it goes, dual wield's going up, finally. So it's true, you have to actually put a point into it to get it started. Same with dodge. I had dodge, but it wasn't actually working. Well, it was working, but it wasn't raising. I feel like that's a glitch or a bug. You shouldn't have to put a point into a skill that you automatically start out with. Like I don't have to do it for kick. And you start out with kick. So the one thing that would be good about Ixar is they got some kind of innate extra armor class. Warriors on the other hand, monks on the other hand for humans they get higher starting strength, which I really like. I'm really big on strength stat. It's like my favorite stat for any character. I love to be able to carry more. However, for monk, you're going to be carrying so little. There's a gnome here. Wonder what he's doing. You don't often see gnomes in Qeynos. They tend to stick to Freeport. I've always preferred Qeynos to Freeport. I think I'm a minority in that sense. Most people, a minority opinion, most people prefer Freeport just because of the close proximity to EC tunnels. There's also a lot of druid porting activity out there. If you want to get a trip to anywhere, just go to West Commons and find the druid rings. You can get yourselves over to, there we go, null pup scalp. Let's look for more of them. So we need to get 4 of those to get our first headband. That's the goal right now, is to get the headband quest. You can find null pups in Qeynos Hills. You can find them over by Blackborough, and you should be able to find a fair few out here in the newbie yard. However, not seeing very many. Well, we can always kill beetles and skellies and wait for the spawn. So skellies are great because you can get some cloth armor pieces. And we need cloth armor. AC is going to keep us alive. I'm going to loot this even though it's put me overweight. Just for the moment, I knew that was going to fit. It's going to be our food and drink bag. Clean up their main inventory space. And I've already got 1 bandage, so pretty soon we'll be stacking up bandages. And hopefully I'll get to a place where we can farm spiderling silk and make our own bandages. Part of being solo well, it's not really solo, but it's self-found. But a fun part of this is being really independent. I know this is a very social game. They try to design the game mechanics to support, you know, socializing and grouping. But this project here is about being independent, being resourceful, and playing Everquest the way an introvert did back in the classic days, because I was a major introvert and I still am. I spot gnolls. So every time I see these, I don't say it, but I think of those Vita Pup cups. So Vita Cup is basically a vitamin cup. It's like a frozen drink, and they sold them at gas stations. And I don't know why we call them Vita Pup cups. Kind of like a pup cup. All right, we got a lot of gnolls to kill before I get 4. I feel like it, but there's always... You can always go to the vendor and look on the vendor for gnoll pup scalps. In fact, let's go do that. Let's go see if the mangy rat is up above Sneed Galloway's shop. And then also we'll go look on the vendor for scalps. You know what? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't, because that's kind of cheating. Is it? No, it's not really, because that's what you would do in classic days too. You would see things on the vendor and you would buy them. Snake scales or rat paws and things that you can use to finish quests. So let's go ahead and check the vendor. I don't think it's cheating. It's just being smart. Okay, and anyways, we need to sell this rusty two-hander. It's waiting a lot. Hey, look at that, a pup scalp, and it's 2 silver. And this is perfect because I need to reduce my copper weight. Can I buy 3? Oh, wow, we got 4. Let's go ahead and finish the quest for the headbands. Awesome. We need a headband so bad. So I do have a cap. Does the headband go in the face? I think it goes in the face. All right, so let me just figure out who I have to give the scalps to. All right, so both the guys are here. It says he gives out. Finn says I give out the white, yellow, and orange headbands. Okay, so I think we need to do the white headband. What white headband? This is our training headband. Beginning students can earn this by slaying gnoll pups. Bring me their scalps back to me. So I hope I'm doing this right. I think you have to give... Damn it. Stay still, dude. He's gonna move. Let's hurry up. Got it. So we finished our first headband quest. So let's see. Before we put it on, let's check the stats. It says it gives us +1 to stamina, +1 to charisma, and it gives me no AC, but it weighs 0. Okay. And it goes on to... Oh, it's a headpiece. It is a headpiece, so I'm actually losing AC by wearing it. It's probably not even better than your cloth cap, but I'm going to wear it because we're a monk. Monks wear headbands. So we'll sell the cap. All right. Now, next goal. Let's find out what we need to do for the next headband. Finn, please stay still. There he goes. All right, so the next one is yellow headband. What yellow headband? What shall we do for it? This is awarded to our students for helping clear out the evil that inhabits the old ruins in Qeynos Hills. Just bring me back 3 putrid rib bones as proof of your good deeds and turn into your training headband. So we have to turn in the white headband and 3 putrid rib bones. And then I will give you... Oh, and then I will give you the yellow headband. Okay, so the other guy's doing the headband quest too. So 3 putrid rib bones and the white headband, but we're not ready for that yet. We still got some ways to go. I'm only level 3 and I can't kill putrid skellies, so what shall I do now? Let's focus on armor. So before I go to Qeynos Hills, I probably need to stay around here and work up my dual wield. And there is a skeleton with a staff. If that's a cracked staff, that's going to give us a whole platinum piece. Dual wield still raising. And you can see my combat log here. Occasionally you'll see a double hit. There we go. There we go with the cloth cape. AC is 57. Now it's 61. I've got a crook staff and we can... Oh, it's a two-hander staff. I wanted it to be a cracked staff. So we can also raise up two-hand blunt. I think I'm not going to do that because I want to work up dual wielding. So take it off. Now level 5 we get round kick. It's like a roundhouse kick, and then I don't know what else we get at level 5, but we start out with all of our nice skills like dual wielding right now, so it's really nice to be able to start out with level 1 with dual wield and dodge. So we do have more offensive skills than a warrior at this level. Oh, Ebwar. All right. So Ebwar sent me a message. Yes, I'm back on. Finally. Man, I feel so good. So I didn't sleep a lot. I've been on nights. I've worked 7 nights. I worked somewhere around 14 hours. You know, checkouts and stuff like that. The commute's about 30 minutes each way. So it gives me very little time to sleep. And all this happened while I deleted my video drivers or something like that. So I was wanting to get home and play. I tried to log in and I didn't have the energy. I was falling asleep at the computer while I was trying to download things. I reinstalled the whole game. I watched install videos. I believe this one will go to 60. He says he thinks I'll get all the way to level 60. Well, that'd be pretty crazy. So again, I'm not looting everything. This is a monk. Monks don't loot. They're minimalist. I'm a minimalist. So I think at this point right now, I can go down to the sewers and try to get a 5 hit point ring. At level 3, I should be able to handle an undead zombie. Undead knight. Zombie knight or something. I don't know what he is. But let's go ahead and head down the sewers. Oh, there's people outside my room. Character won't move. Can't move. So I wasn't talking because I was eating some flaming hot Cheetos. So someone actually delivered these to the wrong address. There was 3 of those zero sugar Red Bulls and 3 bags of flaming hot crunchy Cheetos. I went to work and left them there just in case the person who ordered them saw that their picture was taken outside my door, so they can come by and just grab them. When I came home from work, it was still outside my door. So I brought them in. And then I I drank all the Red Bulls. They were great. I love the Red Bulls. And then I was like, I can't just waste this Cheetos. And I'm not a person to eat Cheetos, flaming hot Cheetos. But I ate them, and I both love them and hate them. They're weirdly addictive. However, I don't like the burning sensation in my mouth. Alright, so we're doing good. We're progressing through level 3 very quickly. I would like a 5 hit point ring though. Swimming went up, 13 defense. Nice. Man, I feel like this is... There he is, guys, the Undead Knight. So he's an even con to me. I have a strength buff, storm strength, so let's see where we're at. I mean, let's sit down for a second here. I've got 45 hit points. Let's get up to at least 55 before I try this. And this guy is going to run, so I have to be able to catch him on the go. So we're at 18 stone weight. Our AC is decreased. Let's get rid of this staff. Our AC goes from 63 to 67 by deleting it. All right, I think we are ready now. One more tick and we'll be at 55 hit points. Okay. I need to have this Spirit of Wolf active in case I have to run him down too. So let's do it. We get a 5 hit point ring. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Started out the fight with a punch to a face. It's going okay so far. He's hit me. I've hit him. Making a solid comeback here. Very solid. I would now say I'm in the lead. AC now at 68. Dual wield at 10. Probably very rarely procs a dual wield hit. But that'll change. Right, here he's going to start running. Most undeads don't run. And I guess he doesn't run this time. Most of the times he... Oh, I'm drowning! Oh my god, I just freaking died. I didn't realize I was drowning. Oh god. Guys. Oh my god. This permadeath thing's not going very well for me. Alright, so anyways. Let me take a break and let's figure out the next project. I really need to be careful when I'm swimming. I was having a good time. We got our headband. I was about to get a 5 hit point ring. Let's just camp out and plan this next thing. So I'm going to read the suggestions you guys made in your comments from my last video. And yeah, let's just read up the suggestions, and then I'll try to make a decision based on that. I would like to start again in Qeynos. I hope you guys aren't getting too bored of seeing Qeynos starting zone. I just love the fact that I know exactly what to do to get started and get going. A little halfling. Okay, let's get started. It's loading. You're looking at a black screen. So I read the comments, and there is 2 that stood out. There's actually 3 that stood out, and I plan on doing 2 of them, but I was unsure of where to go. So I've got a... I was going to do a real fancy, like, randomizer in front of y'all. But... I didn't know this was on there. Okay, so I've got an AMW root beer bottle cap. If it lands on... I'm just going to flip it in the air. If it lands down, I'm going to do a... Sorry, guys. If it lands... Turn that down. If the bottle cap lands face down, it's going to be a half-elf ranger. And I know I got a ranger project, but my plan was to do a lot of... I was going to start early in the game. As early as I can. really focused on archery, and it'll be for mainly pulling in the early level. But if I can get snare, I'm going to do a lot of snares and pulls and kiting. That's the way I'm going to be able to fight things that are challenging at a lower level with crappy gear, and I'm going to have to make all my gear. So I'm going to do tailoring. I'm going to do fletching. And so the other option is to do a wizard. And I think maybe dark elf wizard, so I can get the better night vision. Or yeah, some kind of wizard. I haven't figured out what class. I haven't raised it be. So let me flip this. It's between wizard, and for wizard, the only thing that makes me prefer ranger over wizard is the ranger's going to have a lot more trade skills that I have to complete. So in effect, like doing all my trade skills will be sort of like me side questing, you know. I have to, you know, work on gathering materials and monies and buying supplies and things like that. Anyways, it's fun for me. So let's see here. I'm going to flip my A&W root beer cap. I just got up. I fell asleep between the last video and this one. Well, I don't know if that was rigged or not because of the way the cap lands. It's weighted. It's a weighted flip, but it landed, and I'm going to do... Let's see if I can do it. We'll do female because I can't stand the bell bottoms. Half elf. And the next one I was going to do is someone made a comment from Ixar Necro and then Dwarf Paladin. And the other one I liked the idea was the Dark Elf Wizard. And then I liked the idea. No one suggested it though, but... and this would be great because I can do the Qeynos Hills quest for the rabid wolves and the putrid skellies. I could use some tracking to help me do that, and the rabid grizzlies, so I can actually be focused on certain mobs. But let's go here and get started. Ranger, okay. Female, it looks not... I know I'm not a big fan of the legs, you know, this whole flare out of the feet design. But we can do female. I prefer just for the vision issue. I like strength. I'm big on the strength. I'm not even maxing out my stats. It only puts me up to 95 strength, so that's not impressive. Female face. Can we get some hair, please? We all have the... What is this? The short cropped hair? Hey, the headband is not a bad look. I like the fair, light hair look. The purple eyes is a nice touch with the silver hair. Let's go with the headband. Yeah. We'll go with the headband look. No. Sorry guys, I'm just not feeling it. I just don't like the look of a half elf. Doesn't do it for me. Silver haired lady. All right. Let's put the music back on. Okay, so we can go Rainkeeper or Mother of All. Tunair or the Rainkeepers. Karana. Let's go with Karana. And name. We got the name already. Kikapoo. And it only gives you an option to start in Qeynos, it says. Let's get rolling. Are those legs covered? Oh, so it doesn't actually start us in Qeynos, which starts us off in here. But this is good. Let's go ahead and put on an hour long to remind us how long we've been playing Everquest. Because back in the days, you would have to do your homework and say, oh man, I got an hour of game time before I have to get off and do my homework. Now, we'll start off with some quests. If I recall, this guy gives you a quest. He says he has a small favor of me, what favor? And then he says, well, he gave us a claims check. I'm familiar with this quest. And so to do this quest, we have to take this claims check over to Qeynos and give it to a guy in South Qeynos. But also, oh my god, I'm going to look at this butt all the time. It's like I'm in the 70s. Just look. But the other quest that we have here is right here in the bards. So I am interested in delivering some mail to Qeynos. All right, so we have 2 fetch and delivery quests here. This will give us some initial starting funds, and we'll use these funds early on to start buying crafting supplies for archery. And so here's our archery supply vendor, and here's a guy who's going to give us some training points here. So archery is at 0. We can leave it at that. It's not a big deal. We already have some spell stuff. Dodge we gain at 8. Our spells we gain at 9, so we have to get to level 9. We can gain forage at level 3. Kick at level 5. Sense heading, let's put 1 point in now. And let's get this ranged attack off. We'll have to put our sense heading into that spot. That's how my thing was mapped out. I have to fix it now where I push forward and it should activate sense heading. We're not going to be using a lot of bind wound because I will have some spell casting for light healing. So the rest of the points I'm just going to add into. Let's put the initial points into tailoring. I mean fletching. Let's go and do it in fletching. There we go. Now let's go deliver some claims checks and mails, and people are waiting on their what were those things called? Oh man, the BMG, like you get like 12 CDs for a penny. Something clearinghouse. They're waiting on their CDs. So we have to deliver the mail. Man, do you guys remember that from the 90s? You can get like in the magazines, they would have that offer. And you would select your music you liked. All right, so here's the world. Nice, bright skies, and we have infravision, so we don't have to suffer the internal darkness. But here is an even con. And we have kick. No, we do not have kick to level 5. So, can I handle a null pup? Oh man, it's such a great day out here in Qeynos Hills. Alright, so while I'm fighting this, let's get my music back going. And, hey, we have tracking already at this low level, don't we? Let's go ahead and activate our tracking skill. Alright, tracking is going to go on our maps skills right there. And tracking just increased by 1. And we're already tracking a fire beetle, a skeleton. Nice, and our first bit of loot. Okay, so let's check the range on tracking here. So we see Baobab Miller here right in front of us. Can we track him from this range here? I picked up Baobab Miller, and my tracking is skill 1. All right, now I'm... Oh. You dumb skeleton. We actually picked up the guards from that spot. That's how far we were able to pick up the guards at a skill level of... Guys, you should one-shot that skeleton. All right, let's take another chance at tracking further from the entrance. And can I track those dudes from here? You see how far away they are? I cannot track them from this distance. So you guys get an idea at level 1 tracking, you know, my radius of, it's not that helpful. So I can see if we have to level it up higher before it becomes useful enough to actually find those rabid grizzlies. So here's the spot where I can see them here, right here. So just take note. If I'm looking here, it's before that tree. Anyways, it's my small experiment. I like to see how much improvement I get in my tracking. So we're going to continue using tracking as I travel because we need to level it up to skill level 5. I think at level 5 is where it's going to max out at level 1. All right, so I'm going to put myself on auto run. Hopefully I don't get attacked by anything, and I'm going to get my music, my usual stuff going. I like to have some background music while I play. Typically when I'm playing and I'm not recording, I'm watching YouTube videos or I'm playing copyrighted music. I mean, I'm listening to copyrighted music. So the YouTube algorithm seems to think I like to listen to Dave Ramsey. So, but you know, occasionally the algorithm is right. And then I see a headline, like a title of a video, and I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. Let's play it. And so you guys know that I'm pretty big on all this financial stuff now. I'm a late bloomer to the game of investing and retirement planning. Very late to the game. I'm not going to be able to retire early like many people, but it's never too late to get started. All right, guys, I have 2 different YouTube accounts, and I'm on my account that I use for uploading, and the other account has a YouTube Premium, so I can play it without ad interruption. My goodness, I can't multitask very well. But I've got an eye on the screen, and so far nothing's attacking me. Oh my God, my brain is just so messed up right now, guys. I can't even figure out how to get my YouTube up. Home. There we go. My brain is so slow, I feel. I had enough sleep, but I'm like this at work. Like I'm like have difficulty coming up with the word finding. I keep saying like a word I don't mean to say, and it happens a lot in my videos. It's just me trying to do multiple things at once, and my focus is not the best. Okay, so where's my music? White Bat Audio. I like this channel called Ian on YouTube. This is a guy who works at 7-Eleven, and oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong channel. Switch accounts. Here we go. All right, we have White Bat Audio. Here's a new video of his. So this is new music, maybe some of it. All right, we're back in Qeynos. I feel at home already. So let's start using our tracking skill. And I see the Queen Clicknick. That's the big boss of the Qeynos Newbie Yard. The other boss is the zombie that appears sometimes at night. And then the other bad boss would be Fippy or Drax, Flame, whatever Polly is. Flippy. The man. All right, we got some money to be made once I get to the bards. Man, look at those hips swaying, dude. They did some work on these character models back in 1999. Her hips are swaying to the music. Maybe if I get some pants, I can cover up that butt crack. You don't need to see butt crack. This is a G-rated channel. PG-13. I just cracked open an AMW root beer. Guys, it's my first night off. I'll tell you about my night, though. So, it was a pretty rough end to my first week of nights for this block. We had a guy with... Well, let's turn up this quest before I start talking about that. Ooh. What did I do? There we go. So, we have to give it to Traylon. Traylon's going to take the Bardic Letter. You see my quest experience bar right here where the mouse is circling. And he's going to give us some cash. How much do we get? Oh my god, I gotta fix this font. It's tiny. I can't see how much he gave me money. Didn't... Oh, 5 gold pieces. Nice. 5 gold. Let's fix it. Chat, font, size, space, 5. Make it big. My eyes are old. Chat, font, size, 5. Better. Now I can see. All right, so the next part of this quest would be to run over to a dude by the clock tower. And he's going to give us a statuette. I've seen this guy around. Canoe. All right, so we go this way. Dude, I look so small compared to these humans. Half elves. Even she's taller than me. Alright, so we go into the archery shop here. From one archery to the other. This guy Nessif is going to take the claims check. And he's going to give me a statue. And we got some... Maybe we get the money when we turn it back in. Okay, so we did that. The next quest I want to do... Let's use tracking. Keep that thing going up. I have to map my sense heading soon. But you know what? I know a lot of the zones so well that if I track a NPC, I can tell which direction to run to. In a lot of cases. Alright, last fetch and retriever quest. The usual. Oh yeah, here. Man, the contrast is so good and I can see where I'm going. I love it when I can see where I'm going in this game. You guys know the quest. It's the toolkit. Toolbox. Easy. Easy money. And it's a nice experience at this level. Oh man, that root beer hits the spot. I feel refreshed actually, even though I'm not doing too well with my multitasking and talking in the mic and commentary. It's just difficult for me to manage. But I feel physically refreshed. I've been trying to save money by not running my AC very high. I keep my temperature at 76 in the summer. I used to do 71. I'm just trying to save extra money here on electricity. And I'm trying to do good for the planet, right? And so I woke up and I'm pretty hot. I got my ceiling fan blasting a whirlwind of... Oh wait, we have to give it to Tom Fire Pride. Yeah, make sure it's the right one. Alright, so we got some more experience and we're almost to level 2. And he gave me... I wish it'd be easier to see where he gave me... He gave me some money. He gave me 6 silver and 3 copper. So let's expand this chat window. It's just too narrow. There we go. It's a little better. Let's make it taller. And make our... There we go. It's going to take a little time to slowly get everything how I want it. Now, I don't think I can go down and under under the arena. I don't think they'll let me turn in the final part of this quest, so we're just going to destroy this Harrietta's bloody dress. That's the end of this quest, but there's one other part that involves going to the Qeynos aqueducts, turning in that dress, and then you get an armor piece or some ring. Very nice quest to do if you guys come through Qeynos, as long as your faction can let you do it. Alright, so the tracking has not gone up besides 1 point. It's okay, gives us stuff to work on. So we are now at the same point. However, I'm going to be focused on Qeynos Hills very early on because we have to do the rabid wolf and the rabid grizzlies and the putrid skellies, and that's going to involve the healing faction people. We have a newbie over here struggling with a beetle and a snake. Uh-oh, fall back, lady. We look like twins, except for... Oh, man, don't die. Fall back. Retreat. Let's get our own battle going here. And so we are already at 5 gold. I have enough for a backpack. I'm going to buy a backpack, and the next thing I'm going to do is start buying fletching supplies at the lowest level I can start working on fletching. I'm going to be pulling everything with arrows because we're going to raise archery from an early point in this game. I'm actually going to try to make a bow, but I don't want to delay raising archery. So we'll buy our first bow and then we'll make our second bow. Here we go, getting this stuff. Let's kill enough to make the trip back into town worth it. And let's, oh yeah, defense. Let's check out our AC early on. We are at 18 AC. We start out with 30 hit points. I'm a little low on the strength at 95. I like to be stronger than this. That's going to affect our carry weight. And you know me, I'm like a pack rat whenever I'm trying to quest and pick up components. A pack rat. So this UI is not like the right UI either. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I mean, it's good UI, but let's go to display. Let's go to general actually. Load UI skin. Let's go to Velius. Let's go to Duxy UI. Yeah. There we are with Duxa. Pick up stackables. We're already out of space here. Gosh darn it, guys. We need meat because we want to cook. I ate the egg. Let's go and buy a backpack. We can't do with this. We're losing out on loot. Right? Tracking is now more powerful. And we should level to level 2 really soon. You get that little blue bar on our experience thing. Now I could tell with more accuracy how much we're getting with experience. Oh, we're down to 30% life. Let's be careful. I don't want to die this time. Guys, I was having fun on all the characters that have died so far. So let's not do that. Let's put more focus onto our health. Make sure I don't drown. Stupid deaths should be avoided. And you know, when I died, guys, I was sleepy. I'm still in the night schedule. It was like 10 a.m. when I was playing, so I came home from work and slept maybe 2 hours and I jumped right on. Actually, I woke up and jumped on, but I spent 2 hours trying to fix my game. Alright guys, I'm down to 30% life. One more hit and I'm running. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll run to Sneed Galloway's house check for the mangy rat. Let's just go. Oh my god. That was too close. Just don't even stop. Take no chances. Alright, we're very low on health. I actually nearly died there. I'm at 5 hit points. We have enough to buy a backpack. While we're shopping here, our health will regenerate enough to where we have enough life to fight the mangy rat. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell these things first. We'll keep the snake scales, and then we'll buy ourselves our first backpack. Man, we're making quick progress. And a couple kills, I'll be level 2. Continue hitting that trekking. Now we can start putting things in the backpack to clear up the main inventory. I like to put my food out of that main spot and our typical stackable items. There we go, much better. It says we have 15 hit points. Is that enough to kill a sewer rat? I think it should be enough for a sewer rat. It is a sewer rat. Even con fight. Let's sit down for a second. I don't want to risk dying. I'll have to run down the stairs and find a guard if I get in trouble. Alright, we're up to now 24 hit points. Let's go ahead and start now. I don't have kick. Our defense is now 2 and our offense is 4 when it's slashing is 5. So we're like a weak warrior at this point. We don't have our secondary attack. I don't have dodge. Oh, I'm getting beat, guys. Let's just run. Let's not risk it. Damn it! Where's the guards at? Oh my god, they're not going to help me with the rat. Please don't tell me they're not going to help me with the rat. Help, dude. Please help me. Dude, hit the rat for me. Anyways, I'm gonna restart this character. I should have just stood my ground and fought him in the shop. It made no sense to me why they will attack a beetle. They'll attack a snake, they'll attack a bat, they'll attack a skeleton, they'll attack a gnoll, but they won't attack a sewer rat. They'll attack a large rat. Alright guys, well that's going to end this episode. I'm going to come back on the ranger. I just lost progress. Kikapoo, the same character. I won't make you watch me go through that initial starting area. I was level 1. Next time I'm actually going to just do the quest to get myself to level 2. If I didn't run, I probably would have survived. I thought I was being safe, but I was being the opposite of safe. I was being unsafe. We'll come back. No big deal. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. It's my first night off. I'm gonna settle in, charge up my phone, play some phone app games, and then I'm gonna get on and play some Everquest all night long and watch movies. It's gonna be a great night, It is now Sunday, so guys have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye.